How well is your website performing for you? How many leads is it generating for you? Is your website merely a brochure site for what it is that you do? Or is it actually a sales machine? Now, for some, that might well be doing exactly what you're looking for it to do and generating leads and generating sales for you. But in my experience, and over I guess the last 12 years of talking to many different business owners, one of the things that's a challenge is their websites aren't performing in a way that they want them to perform. Bearing in mind the investment to get a good website that's that works well, that is optimized for SEO, searching everything, optimization. And then we have a site that's kind of like, it feels like it's dormant. It's not bringing in, in direct proportion to what I should, but I had to have a good website. Go have a look at your website to start with and just ask yourself the question, is it really clear what I do? There's a thing called above the fold. So what you see on the screen, either the top of your mobile phone, tablet, or your computer, is it really clear, that headline statement of what I do? Because if it isn't clear, then you've got to go and, well, here's the thing. I've heard this, it's not my idea, but it stuck with me, does it pass the caveman test? And the caveman test is really simply, if you put it in front of a caveman with a few uggs and ers, would they be able to say, me caveman, me know what that does? And if you can't answer that in a positive way, then in the very first instance, your website needs some attention, or your homepage certainly needs some attention. The other thing that I think is always worth looking at and worth pondering is whether or not you're weeing all over your prospects. And what I mean by that is, if you had a look on that homepage, how many we's and I's are in the copy? How much time do you spend just talking about yourself and how good you are and the experience you've got and how far you've come and how long you've been trading and what history there is and the legacy that you'll, yada, 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 yada. Or do you focus on really understanding the problem that your prospects are experiencing and the solutions that you have got to deal with those? Because if all you're doing is weeing on them and it isn't really clear what your site represents and what it's about, then you need to go and do some work on the website. And no amount of SEO or search engine or search everything optimization is going to make an ounce of difference if, when people jump onto the site, they're not clear on whether or not you can offer them the solution to the problem that they have. So go have a look at your website. Have an audit of your website and just ask yourself the question, is it clear what I'm doing? And I think you'll be pretty interested with the answer. And if it is, fantastic. It should be making those conversions for you. But if it isn't, then go speak to a specialist. Drop a comment in. Let us know what your thoughts are. I'd love to engage. Have a great day.